Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it. My name's Jay Milne. #Blue. Our sports update deliverer. The Cool.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid? You might be honest. All right, here's what's going on in the nest. What is happening, everybody? A happy Friday. March 13th. And yes, that was an extended version of the intro to the Reid Wilkins Show. Performed by the Heavies, Edmonton's own. The Heavies. That song's titled Scrap Steel Money. You can find that at YouTube Music. I always like when we catch a little bit of that on our show. So I just wanted to lean into it a bit. It's Friday. We're all happy.
Friday.
Does that tick you off when people say Friday?
It doesn't tick me off. I do it to try to tick other people off.
Oh, I have no problem with it. If you are a Friday person, awesome. If you are opposed to Friday, I would say lighten up. Cheer up. It's okay. You don't have to say Friday. But if somebody chooses to say Friday, just let them be happy, because it's obviously making them happy. Or in Matt's case, it's making him happy because he's trying to make somebody else miserable.
Not fully miserable, just like it'd be like, oh, like the rolling your eyes. Like
That's what I just did.
Getting the rolling of the eyes. I like that.
Well,
I like that.
Yeah, I'm a Friday guy.
To that, I say Friday. It's pretty Starbucks vibe, you know?
Fry what?
Friday.
Why is that a Starbucks spot vibe?
Like it's like a Starbucks girly kind of
that's where Friday would come in more.
I thought Friday would be more Starbucksy.
Take a Friday with
Friday.
extra cappuccino, with extra whipping and extra caramel sauce, sour syrup.
TGIF.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with all of it.
Friday.
TGIF, Friday.
Rip City, I have been wearing this jersey all day.
As opposed to what? What were your options?
Not wearing this jersey all day.
Well, this is what you wore to work.
Yeah, no, he was asking, have I been wearing this all day? And I'm saying, yes, I've been wearing the jersey all day.
Yes. As you were on the Hangout, which was, by the way, a lovely Hangout. Look, this is the Reid Wilkins Show right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. If you're watching us on YouTube, we appreciate that. Thank you very much. Please go ahead and hammer that thumbs up. We'd like to get to a minimum of 100 thumbs so that we can get to words of the day later. I think Matt's going to have some words for me.
Friday.
We'll see. Friday.
That'll be the word.
You can also listen to us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn apps, EdmontonSportsTalk.com. And if you are, we appreciate it. Do not forget that you can hit us up on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox at 780-218-9999. We are coming to you live from the Canadian Brewhouse studio, where Tom is tonight. Well, he's at the Ice House.
Different. It's a little different.
He's at the Ice House, right?
Yes. He's at the Canadian Ice House downtown.
Canadian Ice House. So it's a little bit of a shortened show for us today, obviously, as the Oilers take on the St. Louis Blues, 6 o'clock, which means the GCL Diesel pregame show with Tom Gazzola, Sean Bell, and Ben Thompson will be starting at 5 o'clock.
Correct.
So we're on from 3 to 5.
No Sean Bell.
No Sean Bell. Okay.
Gager's on tonight.
Gager's on tonight.
Gager's on tonight.
Wow, that's all. What a guy, hey? A day off from this job, and he's
I just realized that.
Another, I mean, what a guy. That says a lot about him. Maddie, it is a game day. Your Edmonton Oilers are in St. Louis. St. Louis 26, 29, and 10 coming into this. 6th in the Central with 62 points. Edmonton coming in after a tough loss last night. Don't worry, we're going to get into that. 32, 26, and 6. Good enough for third in the Pacific. The Oilers are going to look like this. McDavid between Nuge and Hyman. Draisaitl between Podkolzin and Kapanen. Dickinson's going to be centering Savoy and Roslovic. And Szymanski will center the fourth line between Henrique and Frederic. Nothing much changes on the back end. Ekholm and Bouchard, Nurse and Murphy, Wallman and Stastny. And I think too much to Oilers fans' delight, Connor Ingram is expected to be, I'm not sure if that's confirmed yet or not, but it's expected that he will get the start tonight. He was on the bench last night in Dallas. What's coming up? The Bear headlines for 100.3 The Bear. Obviously, it's an Oilers game day, so we're going to get into the mystery athlete of the game for Hudson's. The off-topic topic is actually inspired from last night's game in the Big D. Maddie and I are going to get fired up for Gemco. We've got the Oil understood. Mason Gorski, a dual athlete at NAIT. You're going to want to hear this story. He will be joining us for the Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week. He is taking part in volleyball nationals right now. They have a game later tonight, so he's making some time for us. That'll be coming up at about 3:50. Obviously, Jay's play of the day. Then at 4 o'clock, Benny Thompson will be sitting in the big chair. Benny's blind rankings. I'm not sure we know what's going on with Benny's blind rankings. I think we have an idea, but I'm not sure exactly how he's going to frame it. Obviously, buying or selling for Damon Bunting. Then we will finish this show up with the words of the day for Edmonton Public Library. Reid is not in today, so I'm just ecstatic to be joined by the one and only Matthew Iwanyk. Matthew, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I don't believe you, but thank you.
What do you mean you don't believe me?
And it just didn't come out, so you stuttered at the start. So it feels like it wasn't.
I have a problem enunciating the word ecstatic. So forgive me.
I'm good. I'm excited to do these 2 hours with you. Then I'm excited to get ready for the Heavy Hockey Showdown tomorrow. Tonight is the pre-party. Still time to donate. EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Click on Heavy Hockey Showdown at the very top. Tomorrow, looking to hopefully they took the trophy from us today to be on display today.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to doing everything I can as an assistant coach alongside our head coach Cash and assistant coach El Presidente and our coach players to bring that trophy back to EST on Monday.
And you think you got the horses to do that?
I know we got the horses to do it.
Okay. I'd say there's a lot of pressure on a few players from EST. I was talking to Tom about this before.
He's got pressure.
We've talked about it, Maddie, you and I. Ben also has pressure.
Benny's got pressure because of his performance at our EST Christmas party bowling.
Not good.
For a young guy who's athletic, expected so much better.
Yeah,
so much better.
Benny
it was a huge letdown.
Ball hockey. He looks athletic. Everything about him screams athleticism.
It wasn't even poor. It was just awful.
But it was like he'd never seen a bowling ball.
It was not. Like, I'm just, so he needs a good performance. Tommy's brother won MVP last year, MVP Pauly. Now look, Pauly's going to try to repeat, but Tommy even talked about it, he was happy for him, but he was also wants it. So Tommy has a lot to go try to prove. One, he's got to prove that, he's Team EST here. And also that, he wants to go be the MVP. So there's a lot on him in this one. Is that it?
That's it. We've got a lot to get to here. Maddie's going to be handling the Hudson's Mystery Athlete of the Game, which we're going to get to right away. But first, a good listener of ours, a person that always brings in different perspective, oftentimes challenges Reid on a lot of different Oilers-related discussion, which we welcome. If you want to chime in the nasty chat, go ahead. If you want to hit us up on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, go ahead. 780-218-9999. A lot of you know James B. from our show. James B. sent in 7 limericks from last night. Okay. I'm not going to be able to read all 7, but one should give you the vibe of his direction. When a nasty becomes emphatic, language can be problematic. Words come out of the muck with the force of a truck. The post-game will get quite dramatic. Well done, James B. I like that. We'll see if we can hit one up a little bit later. But Reid did forward those to me as he knew those were timely. Well done. And the fact that you wrote 7 limericks is just phenomenal. Bravo, James B. Maddie, how are you doing? How's your day been doing? I know you guys talked about this on the Hangout as it was much more fresh at that time, but just quick thoughts on last night's loss for the Oilers in Dallas.
Very poor performance. It now raises the questions of who are the real Edmonton Oilers. Is it more of the game against the Colorado Avalanche, or is it more of a game against the Dallas Stars? And it's likely probably somewhere closer into the middle of that. This is the sentiment around this team could take a quick turn. You know, after Colorado things are looking good. 2 wins, but a good game against Carolina on Friday. If you look at the loss, a good performance. That had they lost last night in a similar, like 4-2, would be different. It'd be nice, but a 7-2 loss is you're outclassed again. Once again this season, you got outclassed, and you got outclassed by a top team, outclassed by your former associate coach. And now there's pressure tonight, where if you don't get the victory tonight, which you should, now this road trip that started off so well 2-2 drops to 2-2 or 2-0. It's now drops to 2-4. And now you're coming home and just the vibes go down significantly after such a great start to this all. So it's a much more important game than it needed to be.
Look, I understand that last night didn't go the way Oilers fans would have liked. That was a drubbing. The Oilers weren't present in the first period, certainly. But I will also, the elephant in the room here is Tristan Jarry's play.
Yeah.
Absolutely not good enough. Not even remotely close to being good enough. We're going to get fired up about Tristan Jarry, about 320, and just talk about what the Oilers can do, should do, and try to figure out why Tristan Jarry's had such a difficult time here in Edmonton. But I mean, I hate to say it, but you got to say it. Here you go. Right? What has this city pined for the last 2 years? Stu Skinner's not good. Stu Skinner's not the guy. Stu Skinner has got to go. Can they find a replacement for him? Well, this is the replacement. This is about the replacement that you can get when you traded Stu Skinner.
Yeah, but there could have been some other guys. And there is one thing saying people wanted Stuart Skinner to leave and they wanted the Oilers to trade him. And there's another whether people wanted Tristan Jarry. They're entirely 2 different conversations. There's a lot of people that would have said they would have wanted more than Jordan Binnington or someone else. Mm-hmm. So I don't look at this as this is what you got what you asked for, and it's still bad. Like,
no, you did get what you asked for because Stuart Skinner's not here.
You got that, but you didn't ask for Tristan Jarry.
I don't think anybody, but the number one point was Stu Skinner's got to go. He's not good enough. He's not good enough to lead this team to a Stanley Cup championship. And that was done, sealed, delivered.
Right, but they also wanted the Oilers to go get. There's 2 parts to that. The second part people wanted is the Oilers to go get a goalie that could lead them to a championship. And there would be a lot of people at the time of that trade that would have went, this isn't the guy either. Which
is fair. And obviously right now, for those of you that said this wasn't the guy and said this looks like more of a lateral trade, if anything.
Well, it's worse in one way.
Right now, it is worse, yes.
Well, but the other part is if he plays even the same level of Stuart Skinner, you're stuck with his contract for a longer time. Whereas at least with Stuart Skinner, he was off the books.
Fair enough. It's a good point. Okay, as I mentioned, we've got a condensed show, so we got to keep things moving along. Don't worry, we're going to talk about Tristan Jarry. If you have comments about Tristan Jarry, or if you want to talk about the Oilers goaltending, please use the nasty chat, hammer that thumbs up while you're doing it, or send us a text to the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox at 780-218-9999. It is time to get to the mystery athlete for Hudson's Canada's Pub, featuring $10 tankards and $6 tequila shots, or grab the $23.99 or pay $23.99 for the adult Happy Meal, featuring the drive-in burger, fries, choice of beer, and a limited edition hockey puck bottle opener. Book your reservation now at hudsonscanadaspub.com. Maddie, take it away.
I got 6 clues today. I'll tell you where I'm going with this one. Clue number 1. Now, actually, before I get to that, you could text only 780-218-9999.
3
You're
guesses.
only allowed 3 guesses total. So if you guess 2 2 on the first one, and you only have one more guest later. Jay is pretty good on that. Am I following it along today?
If you can handle the chat and the follow, then you let me know.
And on top of that, you couldn't have won in the last 30 days. First clue, Italy.
Italy.
Clue number 1. Italy. Sent.
Huh. Now, you are quite impressed with your work here, right?
Well, I don't know. I don't know because I will wait and see. I will see how today progresses. If today somebody guesses it after 1, 2, 3, or 4, I will not be impressed with my work.
Oh, so you want this to go the full
I want
set.
this to go 5, which I will explain a little bit later.
Do you think there's a chance this goes into overtime?
Yes.
Now, okay, here's the question then. If this is not answered in 5, do we
I have
a
a
day?
6 clue.
And then add
I have a 6
Oh,
clue.
you do?
I have a 6
You have
clue.
a bonus clue.
Because I think it's going to go that way.
Riding the Pine says, no one's getting this one today.
That's the goal.
Sometimes Reid has gotten fired up when, and Reid, thanks for being in the nasty chat. Appreciate you. Sometimes some of our listeners, quite smart, educated, thoughtful, have gotten Reid's on the first guess. And that does not sit well with him. Now, what happened last,
This is where this basis comes from.
Okay,
But
we've got a story.
I want to hold off on that one. I still want to hold off on that one.
Actually, you might be right.
I need to hold off on that one. Where this base is coming from.
So,
That's your mystery player. First clue 1, Italy.
I got to say, even though, Dallas, I think for Oilers fans, this stems back a long way, but Dallas has always been a hard place to play for the Oilers. And the fan base and just the color scheme, they're great fans down there. They really are. But it's I'd imagine for most Oilers fans, it's annoying as hell. One thing I will say, and Coob, you go ahead. These jerseys that they threw out yesterday, these retro jerseys or alternate jerseys. I mean, what's the difference, right?
I have the answer.
What?
I've got rid of it. Hold on a second. I accidentally closed it out.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I have a difference. There's difference between throwback, retro, and alternate jerseys. Because you texted me yesterday saying you wanted best alternate jerseys.
Which that was. But it's
Yeah, that
also
one
a
is.
throwback. Now, I know
They're
they
different.
flip-flopped the color scheme, but that's a throwback
That is not an alternate.
to Mike Modano, Dallas Stars.
Then it's not an alternate.
Well, can it not be both at the same time?
I'm listening, Matty.
Throwback is an exact or near exact replica of a uniform worn by a team in a previous era.
That's a throwback?
Yes. A retro is a design that looks vintage or old school, but may not be the exact replica of a specific historical uniform. An alternate is a jersey that is not part of the primary home or away set. They're often included for marketing purposes to boost sales or for specially themed games like Color Rush games in the National Football League.
So with this Stars jersey, it's both a throwback and an alternate because
No,
it's
it's not an
in their
alternate.
primary home colors. They have new jerseys. They introduce new jerseys.
It's a third or a fourth jersey that has nothing to do with those things because it's a specific. It's like the Color Rush stuff. They're specifically designed around different things. They're not connected to the other ones.
They
So
don't
are we
wear
doing
them on a
alternate
regular
jerseys
basis.
tonight? Are we doing retro? Are we doing throwback? Are we doing all of them?
You know what, Matty?
He's persnickety.
Screw it. We're doing all of them. Whatever.
Speaking of screwing, Hernan, your parlay's been sent.
I'm betting on that right now.
If there was a jersey that's not normal or normally worn by your team or a team you like to see in this jersey, throw it in. We'll open it all up. We'll open the can of worms. It's a Friday. Hey, it's Friday the 13th.
Sorry.
Friday the 13th. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout at 780-454-4536. That's who wraps this beautiful studio as well as several other areas in our office. That's the off-topic topic. What is your top alternate, throwback, retro jersey of all time? If you want, you can send pictures into the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox at 780-218-9999. Maddie, what did you come up with here?
So I actually didn't answer the question of the alternate either because I went with the retro. No, go to the other one. I honestly absolutely love the Oilers retro jersey, white jersey from a couple years ago. This white jersey with the orange, like the orange on the shoulders, the Oilers striping at the bottom. That is a jersey. Apparently, Tommy says the players hated it. I think it is one of the sharpest jerseys the Oilers have ever had.
Really?
Outright. I regret not buying that jersey. I don't have hockey jerseys. Yeah, that is one I absolutely regret.
You know what throws it off for me?
What?
And maybe it's just the background used in this picture, but the orange shoulders. That's too much.
I think on the ice it was perfect. It's the right. It was the right shade of orange. And I look. Right now I am wearing a white LeBron James jersey over a white hoodie. I like wearing white.
Right.
I love my white shorts.
Well, it brings out your dark facial features.
But I'm not afraid of getting the white dirty like some other people. Like, I don't care. So I love that jersey, especially for that one. This other jersey I need to quickly throw out there.
I don't even know what this is.
This is the third jersey, the alternate jersey that never was. And the story behind this, so this is a St. Louis Blues jersey that has 3 trumpets on it.
You don't like that, dude.
I love it.
Really?
I love these type of jerseys. The story behind this was Mike Keenan said Wayne Gretzky's not wearing these because they had traded for Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, and you ain't putting Gretz in that.
And these got kiboshed. I wish that he didn't do that. I wish we got these jerseys. When I think of alternate jersey or something, this is the jersey I think of.
It looks like something that I don't know if you guys ever watched the Magic School Bus, but it looked like something Miss Frizzle would wear, probably in class, or like a music teacher, like one of your favorite teachers growing up in your kindergarten class.
This
it
looks
would
like
be on
a
the wall
video lottery terminal.
This is what alternate jerseys are for, to do something weird and creative. And this is one. And the fact that we were so close to having Wayne Gretzky having been pictured with that on the ice, if there's one flaw Mike Keenan may have had in his higher career, it's that one right there.
They would have scrubbed every picture of Wayne Gretzky wearing that from the internet.
I would have had to buy that.
For those listening, just Google St. Louis Blues third jersey or alternate jersey and just look for the trumpet one.
It's trumpets. It's very, very weird.
Musical notes everywhere.
Musical notes. It's ugly. But it's so ugly, it's good. Are these in existence? Like, could you go on eBay and track one?
I don't think you can.
I wonder if there's probably some retro jersey site.
DH,
or like, did they ship them all
like
across the ocean? There's,
I see, and I think those
kids in Africa wearing the St. Louis Blues trumpet jerseys.
I don't think they got far enough to getting them produced.
Okay,
I think that it got to a point where there were some done, and Mike Keenan then outright said no. There's also a story of JMO has it of the Elks, the Eskimos at the time. In the 90s, you could find like the Memphis Mad Dogs or some of those teams from the States. They had unique jerseys with like. Almost, I don't know if anyone remembers the Anaheim Duck one where the duck is shooting through the jersey.
Flying one, the actual Mighty Ducks kind of.
But yeah, it was like crashing through an ice on the jersey or something. There was apparently something with a polar bear, like all over the Eskimos jersey at the time, and Hugh Campbell's like, absolutely not. I'd have to get JMO to tell that story.
Collingwood Rob, Dallas did not wear that color block ever. The throwback / vintage had the black arm. The one you showed has to be an alternate because the green on the arm is new. Okay, alternate, throwback, retro.
No, that makes it a retro because the design looks vintage or old school, but may not be an exact replica of a specific historical uniform. They often blend old school aesthetics with modern materials.
Yeah, so they
according says AI overview. If I'm going to be specific.
Okay, oh my gosh.
So what else? What else did you have? What's this next one, Maddie?
I just had 2.
No, what's this thing?
This one?
That's not me.
This is the one you sent.
No,
this is the Chargers.
No,
I didn't send this.
There's a different.
That was the only one I got.
Maybe Benny sent that one.
Oh gosh, my charge. Okay, so you can put this one up because
now I see it.
This is now what the Chargers wear all the time is the powder blues. And although
these aren't the good ones.
I am a fan of powder blue. Okay, North Carolina, they kind of invented the powder blue look.
Ugh.
But now teams are using it.
Go Blue Devils.
As alternate uniforms or a different color scheme, which I'm fine with. But when LaDainian Tomlinson was playing with the San Diego Chargers, they had what I thought was one of the most powerful jerseys in the NFL. It was straightforward. It was blue with the gold Thunderbolt on the shoulder and on the helmet. It was crisp. It was clean. I sent a picture of it over. Yeah, this one. So just this past season, the San Diego Chargers rolled out what I call as a retro or alternate jersey. Retro, I guess, would be fitting, right, Matt? This would be retro. But like, look how crisp.
I think it's throwback.
Look how crisp Justin Herbert looks.
I don't think those look good.
I loved.
There was a reason
jerseys.
we loved the powder blues when the Chargers played in them, because they look good and they weren't these.
No, I love that. Like what?
I like that.
Does that remind you more of Phillip Rivers or Drew Brees? That color.
Phillip Rivers, because Drew Brees played so little there.
Yeah. I don't know why
seasons.
it reminds me more of Drew Brees, but I loved it.
Maybe because the Saints
and obviously
then had that.
the Danian Tomlinson,
yes,
Lorenzo
LT.
Neal. I mean, those were Sean Merriman.
Chris Perper has that Ducks jersey that I was talking about with the duck coming through the ice.
Oh yeah,
I love that jersey.
Glorious one.
I don't know if
Oh,
we
that
can
is-
quickly
that
put
is
that one up
pretty
and
tight.
show it.
yeah. Coob, if you go into the inbox, you can maybe rifle a few of these through. Graham sent me a picture of the 49ers jersey.
Yeah, but is that a retro or is that
Maybe.
their jersey? Like, I don't feel like the 49ers, they're like the Red Wings and stuff. Or the Habs. They haven't changed much. That they're just kind of all the same.
Well, I got a Red Wings one that really popped out to me. It's their Centennial jersey. It would be a throwback, I guess, is what you denote it as, because they have the whole throwback vibe. Even brown gloves and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that
They
does
have
look pretty
That's
good.
tight.
The C on the chest is actually, there's a leather backdrop on the seats, not just a white on the red, but it's still main white. They have the white and red stripes very thin toward the bottom as well. And the emblem of the Red Wings logo is actually, there's certain details to it. I don't know how you describe it, like
It's a good one.
lace crochet kind of vibe. It's good.
All right.
Great.
We've got to get out. A reminder, send in yours to the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out the River Cree mobile app, free to download, get exclusive offers and promotions, get show tickets, make reservations for hotel rooms and restaurants, safe, secure, and easy to use. That's the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. Okay, we're going to get fired up right after the break. We've got the Oil Understood, Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week, Benny's Blind Rankings, but first, the Coob.
Two games in the NHL. The Oilers look to bounce back from a 7-2 loss in Dallas when they play the Blues on the road. Join Tom Gazzolo for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. He goes live from the Canadian Ice House alongside Ben Thompson to tee up that game. They go live at 5 o'clock right here on EST. Meanwhile, the Oilers have made a minor league deal with the Canucks, swapping forward Jaden Grube to Abbotsford in exchange for Josh Bloom. The other game on tap, LA faces Long Island out east. Puck drop at 5. Kings sit 5 points back of the Oilers for third in the Pacific, having 2 games in hand. In other news, Radko Gudas of the Ducks will have a virtual hearing with the NHL following last night's knee-on-knee collision with the Leafs captain Austin Matthews. Matthews set to undergo an MRI to confirm the severity of the injury. And Canada and Team USA matchup in the World Baseball Classic quarterfinals. First pitch just after 6. In basketball, Raptors, they meet the Suns at 5:30, having a total of 7 games around the association. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Their in-house team handles everything from selections to completions, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit their showroom open 7 days a week or find them at ParamountFlooring.ca. The boys get fired up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
Hire it or fire it. That period plus is the launching point for a good end of the season for Tristan Jarry.
Hire it. Sometimes best way to get out of a slump for a goaltender is to not be able to have any preparation whatsoever and just be like, where's my helmet? Do I have my glove? Did I tape my stick? And you're just trying to get
2
out
guys
there.
and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Multi-platinum country superstars High Valley return to the River Cree Resort and Casino March 21st. Don't miss High Valley's signature fusion of contemporary country and traditional bluegrass. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our espresso martinis and our cracked pepper and sea salt dry ribs. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
You know the saying, April showers bring May flowers, but really May brings you...
Mom, I'm home from university.
Need extra space? Sentinel Storage. Affordable, convenient, and Canadian storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free, plus students save 10% on continued rental. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and guest co-host Matthew Iwanyk right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. A reminder, if you are consuming us on YouTube today, please hammer that thumbs up. We're doing good, Matty. We're about 50 away from getting to word of the day territory. We like to get to 100 thumbs or more. There's plenty of you in there listening, so if you are, hammer that thumbs up. I don't have the fun thumb song without Reid here. If you do like Edmonton Sports Talk and what you hear, especially on this show, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Maybe share. Insert share music. Share, like, and subscribe. That's what we like to say. Maddie, do you want to get into clue number 2 for the Hudson's Mystery Athlete of the Game?
Let's do it. Do we always revisit the other clues?
You can, yes.
Clue number 1 was Italy. Clue number 2, World Cup.
Ooh.
Send on the Nasty Chat. World
Whoa.
Cup. There was no winner after clue 1.
Wheels, how can I get a hold of you besides the text line? I sent in 2 limericks this week, never got read, just overlooked. Well, as we always say, Wheels, you can email jay@edmontonsportstalk.com or reid@edmontonsportstalk.com if you want to get your limerick read.
Yeah, not me.
Not Matt. No, he ain't taking that smoke.
Those might get just, this isn't for me. Delete.
It's time to get fired up for Gemco Fireplaces, who have been proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years and are the authorized dealer for Napoleon fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street.
I just kid, by the way, on that part. I want to quickly fire it up. 6 o'clock tonight.
Yes.
We know what's happening. in Houston. Team Canada, Team United States, World Baseball Classic. I am fired up for Team Canada because here's the thing. We're not expected to win this. But we're the home team, which is cool. We're the bottom. We bat in the bottom half of the innings, not the top half, because we finished first in our pool and the Americans finished second. So we are the dedicated home team in this game. We're coming for you, America. And ultimately, if we lose, who cares? We got the furthest we've ever done in World Baseball Classic. We're not the baseball powerhouses of the world or anything like that.
It's a win-win situation.
This is completely pressure is off of us. The Americans limped their way into these knockout games because they almost screwed up completely. All the pressure's on them. If they fall tonight, so embarrassing. So embarrassing. If they win, okay, you beat Canada. You're expected to. You're not supposed to, we don't even have Freddie Freeman. We don't have Eric Zabrowski, friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Right? Like, we don't even have some of our guys. Like, who cares? Like, okay, cool. But if we beat you, deal with that. Now it's our game.
Hot.
But I'm fired about that. Fired up.
Yes.
At least it's the first time ever we've seen Canada play in a knockout game at the World Baseball Classic. It's been around for 20 years. I watched the first one in 2006. So it's been a long time coming, and it's great to see that Canada's in it. And we get to take on the Americans. Okay. It's part 3. We lost the women's gold medal game. We lost the men's gold medal game. Maybe we could take this one.
Well, our good friends, those that present all of Edmonton Sports Talk, Play Alberta, have Canada listed at plus 505 on the money line. So, yes, they are considered to be major underdogs in this matchup.
I will say, though, having watched every Canada-U.S. World Baseball Classic game in history, this is now they've played every World Baseball Classic. I think there's only one time I will say Canada was not competitive in the game. In every year, we won in 2006. So this maybe is a rematch. Maybe we get history repeats itself 20 years later. We won that one, and every other one except one. We were close. There's a couple of scores in the end look poor, but it's like in the 8th inning we got lit up for a bunch of runs. But we were close.
Euclid hit a grand slam in that game in 2006, or
Jason Varitek. We're up 8-0. Jason Varitek hit a home run. Adam Stern was a beast for Canada inside the park home run. A big catch in the bottom of the 8th inning with 2 outs. At the wall, crashed into the wall. There was a lot in that one. So maybe history repeats itself. But we generally do play them close. And we've got the Calgary kid, Mike Soroka, heading to the mound tonight for Canada.
Well, so that'll certainly be something to watch. The Oilers are on tonight. Yep. There's the Heavy Hockey Showdown fundraiser down at the Canadian Ice House. Tommy will be doing the GCL Diesel pregame show from there with Joaquin Gage. Joaquin Gage is going to be in person.
Is he?
So I've heard.
I think Zach's going to be there. Trev, I think, might be there.
Benny's going to be here.
Yeah, no, but there's a lot going to be at the...
And Benny's going to be here soon. Look, I want to spend a little bit of time, not too much, but on Tristan Jarry. Matt, this team cannot play Tristan Jarry anymore.
What's their alter? What, they're going to run at Connor Ingram?
I'll ask you about that for buying or selling.
Okay, sorry.
But no, I led myself into that. But since his Oilers debut December 18th, there was a stat put out, and you have to have played a minimum of 10 games, okay? Of the 60 goalies that would fit that bill since December 13th, minimum of 10 games, Tristan Jarry is ranked 58th out of 60 goalies that fit that range with an .855 save percentage. He's 58th out of 60. In goals allowed, he's last. He's 60th out of 60 goalies with 4.17 goals against. It's simply not good enough. And the Oilers, I know this is a back-to-back situation, and yes, they would have been forced to play Tristan Jarry one of these nights. But, 4 of those first 5 goals could have been saved. That Sam Steele tip-in, that you're not going to get that. But 4 of those 5 goals could have been saved. If Tristan Jarry is able to come up with half of those saves, you never know what this game... It could be a 3-2 Dallas lead heading into the third period, as opposed to a 5-2 game lead.
Do you know what makes me laugh about that as you're saying that?
What?
I feel like I'm having deja vu, and that's the same thing we were saying about... Many people have been saying about Stuart Skinner the last couple of years.
Sure.
Like you look at numbers and you'd be like, save percentage wise, he's right near the bottom. He's right near the bottom. How can you keep playing him? And the Oilers made that move, but they have someone that's just right near that bottom again. The only reason I feel like you have to is I'm not sold that Calvin Pickard's going to be a guy that's going to come up here and all of a sudden be better. We haven't seen it this season. Why do we think like the only rationale that he'll come up and play better is
Calvin Pickard's played better, has better numbers in the NHL this season than Tristan Jarry is currently putting up.
Okay, but he doesn't give you close enough a chance to win because for a large part of this season, he was right there with Stuart Skinner as like the worst save percentages in hockey anyways.
But Tristan Jarry
he doesn't give you that much better of a chance to win anyways. So it's like the only one that really does is Connor Ingram.
Okay.
But he has to have a rest at some point.
By the way, for this organization, for this team, for this fan base, thank God they have Connor Ingram. That's the only saving grace out of this right now. Look, you can't say, they screwed up again. We media are past that. Like Tristan Jarry has not worked out. Now, that's not to say he can't turn it around. Okay? That's not to say that. But for right now, it just hasn't been good enough.
No, it hasn't.
Who would you trust more as your certified, like your backup? Okay? Game 1 of the NHL playoffs start. Connor Ingram's rolling out as your number 1. Who's on the bench as your backup? To me, it's not even a discussion. It's Calvin Pickard. He's been in the playoffs. He's done it in the playoffs at a very high level.
He's had a couple of games. So has Tristan Jarry been in the playoffs. Tristan Jarry has a couple of good games in the playoffs.
And that will help your cap situation because in the playoffs, per game.
You can't do that though.
You can have Jarry up in the press box.
No, here's the reason you can't do that is if you need to play Jarry, you need to put him back out there. You then have to take players out of your lineup to fit that in.
You're not playing Jarry.
What if there's an injury?
Well, okay, then you'll have to manipulate the roster anyways.
And then you're losing that player, and then what's to your goalie? What if there's an injury to let's say Ingram gets hurt. Now Pickard's your starter, Jarry comes in, but now you have to change your forward and defensive group to make it cap compliant. You're now
right
causing
now
a lot
they're
of
cap
problems.
compliant.
I know, but
keep the same roster. There's not many ins and outs that are going to happen with this roster.
I know, but you're saying if you sit Tristan Jarry in the playoffs, you have an extra cap space to play somebody else for that playoff lineup. My problem with that is then if Tristan Jarry has to go into your lineup,
I guess
now you also have to impact your forward and defensive group because you're saying, well, these guys came in because we put them in the press box, but now we're forced to put Tristan Jarry back on the bench, and so these guys have to come out. That's way too much of an impact on your roster in my mind.
Look, I don't see how the Oilers can keep rolling Tristan Jarry out there. I mean, the next back-to-back, and like I said, we'll go over this in buying and selling, is coming up April 7th and 8th. They're at Utah, at San Jose. There is not a chance this team can start Tristan Jarry at home. It would not go well, considering how he's been playing. Just not good enough.
Well, when you'll get a start here? Because then the problem with that too is like, how do you bring up Calvin Pickard?
Wait, you can bring him up at the playoffs. In the playoffs,
yeah, but so then he's not going to have been playing NHL for extended period of time. The Oilers have $300,000.
That didn't matter to Connor Ingram.
They have $300,000.
His numbers were terrible in the AHL.
But like immediately, if you need him, then he's just going to be sitting. $300,000 in current cap space. But to bring up Calvin Pickard, you need to free up $1 million of your
Calvin Pickard's going to be here anyways, Matt. Do you not think they'd bring him up as a black ace just to have an extra goalie?
No, sure. I'm talking about like for the rest of the season. You're saying you can't play Tristan Jarry anymore.
They might have to once.
Well, you're going to have to do it more than once.
I don't think you will. There's only one back-to-back.
How many other games are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 games. You're going to go Connor Ingram for 14 games.
You might have to.
And run him down before the playoffs.
You might have to. What if he's playing like he is? Then you're running into the playoffs with a hot goalie.
Or you go into the playoffs with a guy that has, or you go into the playoffs with a guy who now, isn't used to playing all this, isn't used to being in this situation, and then you've just tired him out.
Well, aren't you the devil's advocate?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, this was fired up for Gemco Fireplaces. We're going to be right back with you, Oil Understood. We're going to set up tonight's game in St. Louis, and then we're going to get to our athlete of the week, Mason Gorski from NAIT. A dual athlete. You're going to want to hear this one, but first, the Coob.
Only Only 2 games in the NHL. The Oilers and Blues face off from St. Louis. Edmonton closing out their 4-game road trip. Swing by the Canadian Ice House to join Tom Gazzola for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Ben Thompson along for the ride, previewing the game. They hit the airwaves at 5 o'clock right here on EST. Meanwhile, the Oilers have made a minor league deal with the Canucks, swapping forward Jaden Grube to Abbotsford in exchange for Josh Bloom. The other game in the NHL, LA and Long Island duke it out east. 5 o'clock puck drop. Kings 5 points back of the Oilers for third in the Pacific, having 2 games in hand. In other news, Radko Gudas of the Ducks will have a virtual hearing with the NHL following last night's knee-on-knee collision with Leafs captain Austin Matthews. Matthews is set to undergo an MRI to confirm the severity of his injury. Women's Canada, Team USA matching up in the World Baseball Classic quarterfinal. First pitch just after 6 to the Hardwood Raptors. Tip off with the Suns at 7:30, having a total of 7 games in the association tonight. The Oil Understood up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Avs, best of 7 series tomorrow between the Oilers and the Avalanche. Who are you taking right now? They're kind of out where they at, because you can make this argument, are the Oilers healthy with some of those players? You know, Eberson banged up yesterday. Colton Dach banged up yesterday.
I think in a 7-game series, I think Colorado, because they're one of the top defensive teams.
Oilers, Dallas.
This one, I'll be honest, Matthew, it depends on the health of the Dallas.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Multi-platinum country superstars High Valley return to the River Cree Resort and Casino March 21st. Don't miss High Valley's signature fusion of contemporary country and traditional bluegrass. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and guest co-host Matthew Iwanyk. It is an Oilers game day. We will get to the Oilers lines, the Blues lines, some storylines for tonight's game as the Edmonton Oilers are in St. Louis. That game goes at 6 o'clock. A reminder, the GCL Diesel pregame show, Oil Stream pregame show will start at 5 o'clock right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Tommy's going to be live from the Canadian Ice House with Joaquin Gage. But first, has anybody got it, Matt? Has anybody
nobody's
got
the mystery athlete for Hudson's. So clue number 3, captain. Captain's your clue. So it's Italy, it's World Cup, it's captain. Those are the 3 clues so far for the
Italy, World Cup, and captain.
Correct.
Okay, well.
Correct.
All right, with that, it is time to get to the Athlete of the Week, which is brought to you by Pasta Pantry. For over 30 years in Sherwood Park, Pasta Pantry has served hot, delicious comfort food made right in our kitchen. And we do it fast so you can slow it down. We're a family, and when you come to Pasta Pantry, you're one of us. Go check out Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park, your home of the pregame meal. And with that, we are pleased to welcome to the Reid Wilkins Show Mason Gorski, who is playing right now in the CCA Men's Volleyball National Championships at NAIT. But he also went to another national championship this year for NAIT. We're going to get into that. Mason, welcome to the show. How's the volleyball going?
Oh, it's going great. It's been an unreal tournament so far. Did have a tough loss in our quarterfinals, but we're working our way back in the backdoor bronze right now. So all good so far. No complaints yet.
So what's the schedule like? Because I know I was dealing with Veronica. Thank you for setting that up from NAIT. So where are you guys? You guys have a game tonight at 6, correct?
Yeah, we do. So it works out for CCA Nationals. It works out. So if you lose your quarter, you actually have a way to get back to bronze. So you have an extra day to play. So we lost our quarters, and then we had a game yesterday that was our buy-in pretty much to get into the semifinals for the bronze semifinals. So today we have our bronze semifinals at 6 o'clock to potentially get into the bronze for tomorrow.
Okay, so I noticed, Mason, that you hail from Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan. And volleyball, although you're playing in the national championships right now, the first time NAIT has ever hosted the CCAA Men's National Volleyball Championship, so that's outstanding. But this isn't the only national championship that you've played in this year. Can you explain this?
Yeah, no, I'm a dual sport athlete here in NAIT, and I've been a part of the golf program for 3 years. And NAIT actually just brought their golf program back when I transferred here 3 years ago. It was gone for 14 years. They brought it back, and I was lucky enough to, my past 3 years of my golf experience here, I've been able to go to nationals all 3 years. So was at nationals this year in Medicine Hat, and yeah, it was a really cool experience. It was nice to kind of finish my golf career out there. Didn't have the best, it wasn't my best national showing, I'd say, but it was still a great experience. I mean, like playing at the national level in any collegiate sports is a once in a lifetime dream. So it was really fun, great time. Didn't do as well as I wanted, but it was still a good time.
Well, you just make this sound too easy, okay? You're the starting setter for NAIT. You're playing in the CCAA National Championships in volleyball. You just glossed over how you coasted to the national championships in golf. I mean, talk to us a bit about the journey for golf. Like I don't know how that works. Like, how many tournaments are there to qualify, and then what are you shooting in these rounds to get into nationals?
Yeah, so it starts out. So it starts in September, like first week of school. First weekend we have our North Regional. So you have a North Regional and you play 2 rounds there. And then you have a South Regional the following weekend, and you play 2 rounds wherever that's hosted, and that's between all the ACAC teams. I believe there's, don't quote me, but there is, I think, 6 teams, I believe, in the ACAC Golf League. But anyway, you play those 2, you play your North Regional, you play your South Regional. From there, then you go to ACAC Championships. ACAC Championships are the only thing that matters in golf to get you to the national level. The other 2 are, in the end of the day, it's more practice, I would say, than anything, because it doesn't actually accumulate points or anything towards making it to nationals. So the only thing that matters is the 3-day tournament for ACAC Championships. So ACAC Championships, we were lucky enough, how it works from the golf side is you have 5 guys and you count their 4 scores for each day. So each day, your best 4 guys count towards your team score. And then over the 3 days, your team accumulates their total score. And how it works is the top 3 teams from ACAC get to go to nationals. So we were lucky enough to place bronze in that, and bronze in that, and we were able to make it to nationals for that year. So it is a little bit of a grind to get there, because you need to play well for those 3 days in order to be able to make it to nationals. Otherwise, if you don't play well that weekend, you can't be making it there. So, and it works out in score-wise. I mean, guys, the winner shot 15 under this year at the ACAC Championships, which was unreal. For 3 days, he played unreal, did very, very well. I kind of had a struggle. I had a good first round. I think I was even par in second round. I think I was probably like 75, 76, and then ended up shooting a couple. I think I shot 4 under the last day to secure a bronze medal in the singles event. But then we also got a bronze medal in the team event, which sent us to nationals.
Maybe there is no answer to this, because a little bit different sports, obviously. Do you find there's any skill sets that cross between volleyball and golf that help you in one game or the other, or are they just very, very different? That they are just different sports?
No, I think they're different. I will say they are different. I think golf, obviously, it's a solo yes, there is a team aspect of it, but you are by yourself out there. It's just you. You don't have teammates behind you. You have your coach coming around every now and then. So it's a little different that way. But like, I mean, I've always kind of said like volleyball is kind of my winter sport, and like there's different things that I do for volleyball work-wise and I would say like training-wise, and then for golf, another different aspect. It's different training, different workouts. So I think I would say they were a little bit quite different in a way.
If you could only play one going forward, is there like a favorite for you? Like, or are they both just both your children? They're both your childs, and you love them equally.
I love them both. I really do. My dad put me up into it before I could walk. He was pushing me around a stroller when I grew up, and he would go on the golf course. He'd take me every day with him, and then I grew up just playing every single day with him. Drop me off in the mornings, and then pick me up after they're done work, have supper, and I'd go back out with him after. So that was always my summer thing. And volleyball, just kind of a small town. Like I grew up in a small town in Saskatchewan, and like I was lucky enough to have coaches that were like invested in volleyball, and it was kind of just a thing in grade 6. I think there was 7 of us that showed up to the tryout, and we all made it. And then that group of 7 of us ended up just going all the way to high school and playing together for our whole career. And we actually did very well. We were a very good team coming from a small town, and it ended up that like it got me where I am today. So yeah.
Mason, you're very well spoken, very articulate, and I get how you're a national contender in 2 sports. What are you taking at NAIT?
So originally, I actually didn't start at NAIT. I originally started at the King's University, just kind of down the way. Played volleyball there, started my career there for 3 years, and then ended up transferring over to NAIT. I wanted to do some different schooling stuff, so I did instrumentation for my first year. I did a year of instrumentation for my first year, and then it was just very, very busy with golf, with volleyball, and instrumentation. Taking 6 classes, I found is very, very busy, and I just thought at the time it wasn't the right time to be putting on that much on my plate. So I went back to my business degree, and right now I'm finishing my business degree, and I'll be in the process of finishing it this summer. And I'm in the Bachelor of Finance right now. And then after school, I'm planning to maybe potentially go and finish my instrumentation my last year, potentially have that also.
Wow. Well, I played football at the University of Alberta. I only played one sport, and I know how hard that was to keep up with my studies. So congrats to you. Now, who are you taking on tonight? That's at NAIT's main gym, center court, 6 o'clock. Who are you going to beat tonight?
Victoria Island University.
Love it.
Playing them tonight. So should be a good game. It'll be a good barn burner.
Well, a beautiful Friday night. Go Ooks.
Woo. I'm an alum. Coop back there is an alum, so let's go Ooks.
Appreciate it, guys.
Mason, thank you very much for taking time. I know it's busy. You got the game tonight, and you got to study. But congrats on being the Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week. You've won a $25 gift certificate to Pasta Pantry out in Sherwood Park, as well as a custom Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week. And when you go there, make sure you ask for Nathan, because he loves to spoil our Pasta Pantry Athletes of the Week, all right?
And that was in Sherwood Park, correct?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Thanks, Mason. That was the Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week. What a guy. I mean, what a story.
Yeah, I wish there was a golf program when I was there.
Golf?
I wasn't good enough for that. I wouldn't have been able to
elite
join the
golfer,
team,
elite volleyball player. He's a setter, so he's almost the quarterback of the volleyball team.
I love watching volleyball. I don't go watch it enough.
It's fantastic to watch.
It is one of the best sports to watch.
I agree.
Live, and even on TV. There's not enough of it. I'm glad there's the kind of a boom going on a little bit with NCAA volleyball. The more volleyball, the better. It's a great sport to watch. I love it.
All right, let's set up tonight's game between the Edmonton Oilers and the St. Louis Blues. Brought to you by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Understood. Yeah. All right. Here's what's going on tonight. This is what the Oilers lineup is looking like. You got McDavid between Nuge and Hyman. Draisaitl between Podkolzin and Kapanen. Dickinson centering Savoy and Roslovic. Szymanski in between Henrique and Frederic. Ekholm, Bouchard, Nurse, Murphy, Wallman, Stastny. Nothing changing from last game except that Connor Ingram will be starting in net. As for the St. Louis Blues, they have got Robert Thomas in between Dylan Holloway and Jimmy Snuggerud. Dalibor Dvorsky centering Jake Neighbors and Jordan Kyrou. Pius Sutter in between Otto Stenberg, Pavel Buchnevich, and Jack Finley in between Alexei Toropchenko and Nathan Walker. On the back end is Broberg and Mayu. Theo Lindstein or Stein and Colton Parayko. Cam Fowler and Tyler Tucker are the third pairing D. And it looks, though, as Jordan Binnington played last night, because St. Louis is also coming off a back-to-back, that Joel Hofer will be in net. As for Connor Ingram, he is 5-2-0 with a 1.688 or 1.68 GA, 936 save percentage, all time versus St. Louis. He's allowed 2 goals or less in all 6 starts and 7 appearances in his career versus St. Louis. A reminder that the last time, this is the third game of the series this season between the Oilers and the Blues. The last time they met was January 18th, Rogers Place, and that was a massive win for the Oilers, 5-0. Connor Ingram getting a 27 save shutout. Hyman had 2 goals. Podkolzin had 2 points. McDavid 2 points. Ekholm 2 points. So hopefully the Oilers can build off that tonight. Evan Bouchard scored his 19th goal of the season. He's on a 9-game point streak. Draisaitl is riding a 7-game point streak. Matty, what do you expect out of the Oilers tonight? Do you think that because there was some piss and vinegar last night from the Oilers, right? Connor McDavid was getting into it a bit more than maybe you or I have seen this season. Do you think that carries over into tonight's game?
What do I expect? There's a part of me that expects the Oilers to come out very flat.
Well,
there's a part of me that expects the Edmonton Oilers to not have a performance tonight that is one that we're going to be talking about in a glowing way. And come post-game show, there's going to be a lot of ripping of this team. Just part of that is, they did well following the loss against Anaheim, against LA, but there's a lot of this season, the back end, the back-to-back, they weren't playing well. Mm-hmm. Including, I believe, at night. I don't know if it was St. Louis then Dallas or Dallas then St. Louis earlier this season in one of those prior meetings. But what you want to see and what you need to see is, what did you say, 5-0, 5-1? Was that other meeting in last time they met?
5-0 in Edmonton.
5-0.
Ingram, 27
you need to see a game like that, because if you are pissed off with what happened last night, where you got embarrassed, you should come out and you should beat down on a team that, look, they're done now. They're playing better hockey, the St. Louis Blues, as of late. They just had a big win against the Ducks over the weekend. They're not just going to be an easy pushover, but you need to show that you're better. You're the playoff team. They are not. So you need to see that.
Here's one thing I'm going to be watching for, and this is why you put together a fantastic play.
I know,
which we'll get to after the break, because I put in a play of the day, as I always do. Matty came up with something genius. I mean, I know he's a smart guy, but this just took it over the top because he picked up on the facts, the numbers, the numbies, Matty. Edmonton's power play is the best in the NHL. You know where St. Louis ranks? 29th on the penalty kill.
Which is right near the bottom.
Right near the bottom.
I could do that math.
You could do that.
Mm-hmm.
So the Oilers going 0 for 3 last night on the power play. I would expect the big boys to be hungry when they get their power play opportunities. So watch out for that. But Matt's got a special play coming up when we get into Jay's play of the day after the break. So we got Jay's play of the day. We got the afternoon debate with Benny's blind rankings, buying or selling for Damon Bunting. And we'll finish off the show with words of the day. A reminder that we only have 1 hour left of the Reid Wilkins show, because taking over at 5 is the Oil Stream GCL Diesel pregame show with Tom Gazzola, Joaquin Gage, and Benny Thompson. Tom and Joaquin will be live from the Canadian Ice House. But first, let's hear from our partners and then the Coob.
The Lock Shop.
Xander Schauffele's wild. I mean, Xander has had a really quiet start to the season, and he would normally be a guy that would, you'd see in everyone's pools and everyone's picks. There wasn't a lot of Xander that I saw heading into the tournament, so maybe we should have expected that he'd be good to go at some point, especially for the biggest and most lucrative events, but that's exactly what we've seen.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Edmonton. Be part of history. Support Canada Soccer's men's national team as they battle Uzbekistan in the final send-off series ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
The Oilers look to end their 4-game road trip on a high note. Game tonight in St. Louis against the Blues. Join Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Tommy live on location at the Canadian Ice House in downtown E-Town. They hit the airwaves at 5 o'clock right here on EST. The Oilers made a minor league deal with the Canucks, swapping forward Jaden Grube to Abbotsford in exchange for Josh Bloom. The other game in the NHL tonight, just one game. Besides the Oilers one, Long Island playing host to LA. Puck drop at 5. Kings sit 5 points back of the Oilers, 4th in the Pacific Division, having 2 games in hand. In other news, Radko Gudas, captain of the Ducks, will have a virtual hearing with the NHL following his knee-on-knee collision last night against Toronto's Austin Matthews. Matthews set to undergo an MRI to confirm the severity of his injury. And at 6 o'clock, Canada Team USA matchup in the World Baseball Classic quarterfinals. On the hardwood, it's the Raptors meeting the Suns at 5:30 with 7 total games around the association tonight. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, we've got a limerick here from Atif. The post-game show buzzed with the news as fans clutched their hearts, feeling blues. Let's hope tonight they'll find some delight and send those sad songs to the snooze. Thank you, Atif, for sending that in. Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. A reminder that Edmonton Sports Talk, all of Edmonton Sports Talk, is brought to you by Play Alberta, who is your home for online gaming excitement, featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery instants, and sports betting. Now, with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca. Coob, do you want to play the Play Alberta song so I can get Jay's Play of the Day up? Roll it.
It's Jay. It's Jay's play of the day.
Of the day.
It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day.
Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day.
Coob's on the ball, man. He got that,
Jay's play of the day.
We don't need to sing this song.
It was a remix.
It's a remix, sure. An alternate. The retro. Jay's play of the day. I'll
Throwback.
keep this simple. I think the Oilers are going to win tonight, and I think the big boys are going to get it done. Oilers to win on the money line. Over 6.5 goals. I can't get off that. I cannot get off that.
Rightfully
There's been
so.
one instance since January 20th that the Edmonton Oilers have played in a game that goes under 6.5 goals. I'm sticking with it. So Oilers win over 6.5 goals. McDavid 2+ points. Bouchard 1+ point. That is boosted to plus 328 over at playalberta.ca. And Maddie's power play special.
Yeah, my power play special, which I definitely made and Jay did not make and just put my name on it. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Evan Bouchard, each with a power play point tonight. That is boosted to plus 580. Again, that's my power play special that I definitely built for you. There's also the bounce back boost that was sent to me earlier from Big Uke. Evan Bouchard is 1 point away from 20 goals. Nugent Hopkins is 2 points away from 200. And the Oilers need a win. Bouchard goal, Nuge 2 points. Oilers to win by 2 or more. It's plus 2,400.
That's a big number.
That's a big number.
I mean, that's worth a sprinkle, maybe even a tinkle. Mm-hmm. Matt, I love your play. I like what you did there, noticing that the Oilers have the first top-ranked power play in the NHL, going up against a St. Louis Blues team. Not so good on the PK. This looks like a battle of David versus Goliath.
This is a great eye.
That Maddie's power play special, Matt. I just want you to know, because you created it,
You're
obviously, that this could happen on one goal.
Yep.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely.
Plus 580. I mean, you're just a man of the people.
To Draisaitl, to Bouch, bomb, goal, boom. Matt's play of the day that I definitely built and Jay did not build for me. Hits.
Head over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials, and Coob, you always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay.
You're
It's
Jay.
today. It's
That's me.
Jay's
It's your
play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Coob, we got you working overtime today because we got to get Benny's blind ranking songs going here. Let's just hit it.
Benny's blind rankings. Benny.
And he gets this first.
Sure. Maddie's got to give away this is the fourth clue?
This is the fourth clue.
Is anybody close?
No.
Okay.
Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm not supposed to give clues like that. Fourth clue for mystery athlete of the game. First clue was Italy. Second was World Cup. Third was captain. Fourth is Campbell River. Campbell River is your fourth clue.
Campbell River.
Campbell River.
Campbell River.
Campbell River.
Campbell River.
Campbell. Yeah.
Campbell River.
Campbell River.
Cool. Okay, Benny, this is Benny's blind rankings brought to you by the Garrison Golf and Curling Club, the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club. Shake off the rust and get ready for golf season at the Garrison. Pay your membership in full or set up payment plans before March 31st and score an early bird gift, such as choose 4 green fee passes for family or friends, 2 green fees plus range balls, or 20 large buckets on the range. Bring your crew, groove your swing, and start the season strong. Early bird gifts end on March 31st, only at the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club. Go to egmgolf.com for more details. Benny, what are we doing today?
We're going to do another Keep 3, Cut 5.
Okay.
But we're going to do championships/events you would want to attend.
I completely forgot this is where we're going.
All across sports.
Championship. Okay. So we get to keep 3.
Keep 3, Cut 5. Championship events you would want to go see.
Okay. Feel free to play along at home. Championship events. Huh. Okay.
Yep.
Wow, somebody got it.
Really?
Yeah. They got him at fourth clue.
That's impressive. Are you impressed?
I'm surprised that one has happened. I want to know how you got that one, Sobe Kirk.
Oh,
wow.
Naming him. Calling him out.
He got it.
Good.
So we'll get to that after.
We'll get to it. Okay, Benny. So this is Keep 3, Cut 5.
Championship events you'd want to attend.
Like, we're going there.
Yes, you are going. You are in the venue.
We're in the venue.
You're watching the game.
Hit me.
I'll lead you off of the Masters.
Oh, Keeping.
I don't think I'm getting to the end of this. Like, I think I'm going to have kept so many ahead of time. I'm not going to lie. I'm a major sports fan of like all sorts that like, I think there's just going to be like, of course I want to go to that. And then I'm going to miss out on things later.
You could almost give me the 4 majors from golf, and I would.
But the Masters is the one.
The Masters is the one, no question.
That's the one. I got to eventually start doing is just submitting a media passport every year until I get one, and then just go just to cross it off the list.
Yeah,
it is beautiful. Anyone that I've gone there, and I've known now 3 people that have gone there.
Well, Murray McCourt went last year.
That's one of my 3.
Yeah.
Cam Cole, James Duthie. They all say it's more beautiful in person,
which is hard
than you
to
see
believe.
on TV. They also like you get up there and it's more beautiful there. It's the green jacket. It's the place everyone wants to go.
Yeah. What are the flowers there?
The azaleas.
Azaleas.
It's great golf, being around that amen corner. You don't have phones out. You're not allowed to have your phones.
Good.
So everyone's just enjoying it. Yes. Easily, Masters. Easily.
Me too. The Masters is a bucket list item for sure. I mean, I would put the Masters up there for me in my top 3.
Mm-hmm.
So it's certainly staying on this list. So I am keeping the Masters as well.
Okay. Alrighty. Both your keeps being used. Next is Game 7 NBA Finals.
Yeah, I could cut that.
I'm cutting that.
I love the NBA. I love the playoffs. A Game 7 of an NBA final means things are then going really well. Like that's a great series. That's Warriors, Cavs.
But doesn't that make you want to be there all
or
the more?
Thunder Pacers?
It does. Like there's a lot of ways that could go so well, but I don't think it would be at the top for me. Like it would just miss out. Like this would be number 4 or 5 for me, likely.
No, you lost me at NBA.
Yeah.
And I love basketball. Don't get me wrong. Basketball is probably my number 2 watch sport.
Yeah.
However, I find the NBA to be a three-point shooting contest. I don't like the way the game's gone. It's hard for me to watch, which is why I'm so ecstatic now. There, I said ecstatic again. Ecstatic. That it's conference tournament weekend, and finally some real basketball. March Madness starts next week. So I am crossing off Game 7 of the NBA Finals.
We're the same so far.
Same.
We are.
The same.
Samesies.
Alrighty, you ready?
Yes.
Next one is the Gaming World Championships.
No, I don't want that.
Why?
Nerd alert.
Why?
Because I don't watch esports.
Why?
I don't watch this stuff.
This is BS.
Why would I sit and watch somebody play video games?
Okay, you want to? I will argue on behalf of gamers for that one.
I'm not. I don't have to. It's my opinion.
I know, but it's why we watch it. Why do we watch Go Pro Athletes? It's the exact same thing. These people are great at what they do. Why do I go watch ballet? Why do I go watch theater? It's these people are great at what they do.
Yeah, but I don't associate that with being a sport.
Oh, that's fair. So
I'm sorry, Ben.
So I
what a joke.
I used to be that like not believing in esports, but now I understand esports.
I understand.
I appreciate those that love esports.
It's like people that try to say poker's a sport. No, it's not. It's a game. And you're just really good at it.
Yeah, and
a sport.
They could do something I can't do. That's why I watch it. Just like
a lot of people can do
athletes.
things I can't do.
So
a lot of people can grow long hair. I can't.
Have you tried? But no, it's just for me. That's not something I like watching.
See, I have no interest in watching me compete. Wow.
No, that's totally different.
Wow.
If you were competing, I might actually put toothpicks in my eyelids and force myself to watch.
I won't lie like Jay and say, yeah, no, I wouldn't.
No, if Benny was in it, I would be watching start to finish.
The venue was pretty cool in Montreal, man. I'm telling you. Venue was pretty cool. My mom enjoyed it.
I'd be there to cheer you on.
You're her son, Ben. Ben, you could.
It's not the same intensity to me as an NHL game.
I don't know. I was. We get pretty.
You're gonna
heated.
put that same intensity as Game 7 Oilers Panthers a couple years ago.
I'm messing with you.
Yeah.
You could sit and eat dinner, and your mom would enjoy it. That's
not true.
That's true.
I'd piss her off in some way. Okay.
Nate the Builder.
Says
it's actually a lot funner than you think.
Yeah, but that's not saying a lot. Like. That's saying it's funner than you think. So like you don't think it's that fun. Okay, if it's just a little bit more fun, it's more fun.
My dad has witnessed some funny stuff and entertaining stuff go down.
We have 8 things that we can put together on this list, 3 of which we can keep. This is not as much of a downplay on esports. It's just I ain't putting it on my list.
I put it on the list so I can trash you guys.
That's fine.
Alrighty. Okay, you guys ready? So you guys both cut. The Kentucky Derby.
I thought I'd be taking so many of these early. I'd cut the Kentucky Derby.
Well, okay, I'm at a bit of a roadblock here. This is absolutely on my list. this would be the number one event on my list.
Wow.
But I've been there.
Oh.
I've done it.
So this is if you were to attend again.
I saw Justify run at Churchill Downs, who went on to win the Triple Crown. Wow. Screw it. I'm still putting it on. That's
Wow.
That's how amazing that event is. Although Churchill Downs is a dump.
And you've said that.
It's a cesspool. It is disgusting. Bring your rubber boots.
Oh boy.
It's terrible. And the funniest thing is all the people get dressed up. Like my wife and I were in suits and she was in a beautiful dress and the hat. And
it
you're
just
just
gets so
walking through
dirty.
mud. But that doesn't change it. It's a beautiful place. It's historical. Kentucky Derby and your $18 hot dogs. I'm going there again.
By the way, Knapp has 4 holes to go. He needs one more. He gained one more to make the cut.
Sorry, VR. He says this esport disrespect is disgraceful.
Yep, I'm with you.
I'm sorry. It's
I don't go watch Twitch. I don't go on that. So sorry.
Come on. We can like and dislike different things. VR doesn't
joke.
Don't hate me, bro.
I will defend people watching esport. It's just not for me.
It's just not for my list. Get off my back.
It's fine.
You're ripping it though.
Whatever.
Well, I did say nerd alert.
Yeah, you did.
And then you said like, what? Why would you watch?
Why would you watch
So I
people
was
play
trying-
video games?
Trying to defend them. So
from my list.
Okay, ready? So Matt has 2 keep spots open. Jay's down to 1.
Yep.
And there's only 4 left.
Saving it for something good.
I'm a little worried. I'm ready to go to time.
The March Madness.
Oh yeah.
Final.
March Madness.
I'm done.
Wait, in March Madness what?
Final.
Yeah, it's the final. Yeah, I'll go to March Madness in a heartbeat.
Flip. This sucks because I have 3. I can't not keep this.
I almost would rather take the NBA Game 7 or March Madness, knowing that this is how it kind of went. And
What?
Though the March
Madness.
Madness final, because it's the final, could be a
Yeah,
blowout.
but you get Final
There's
Four
a-
weekend.
You'd
Because
be there.
You
Yeah,
have to be there for Final
March
Four
Madness
weekend.
would be fun. Yeah, I'm more than happy with that one. Masters and March Madness right now is great. My list is fantastic.
Okay.
Nate the Builder, is riding a horse even a sport?
So fair. Who's the
athlete, Nate?
Who's the athlete?
Justify was a hell of an athlete. Secretariat might be the greatest athlete of all time. I've
Oh,
said this on this show.
Jeez. Well, it ran 3 races. Cool.
If you got paid that much for your, you'd be happy about it too, brother. Go on, Benny.
Okay. So both
Jay has nothing.
So Jay
I got
is done.
nothing.
Jay's cut everything. Matt's got one more keep spot open.
With 3 left.
Here we go. Game 7 Stanley Cup final.
Yeah, I'll cut it.
Yeah, I'll cut it.
Wow. Okay. Really?
I look. The reality is, people. I am not. There's a part of me that feels my love of hockey has dipped a little bit over than it used to.
Yeah.
I love some other sports a lot greater. So like there are still 2 more here, which means one is going to be mediocre and bad, and one has a chance of being good. I am hoping I could claim one of those good ones to round up my list. There's also like, because this is, maybe I'm a little spoiled. I was at 3 Stanley Cup final games last year in the press box, and I went to 3 the year prior. Now, they weren't the Game 7s, but I went to a Game 6, which was kind of like a Game 7 for the Edmonton Oilers because I needed to win that to move on to Game 7. So I've already been there.
Yeah, but
and I'm a little different than Jay. Been there, done that type thing. So maybe I'm tired. Maybe I'm fatigued from the Stanley Cup final.
This is
it's
the
lost
difference,
its allure.
though, is that, okay, you've got Tampa Bay, Colorado.
Yeah.
Game 7.
Yeah.
Do you really care?
The other part, I'll explain the other part of this. It's in June, and I don't care.
Yeah.
If you're telling me I was going to get the gold medal hockey game at the Olympics, I'd be like an easy yes. But now in June, like I'd rather be somewhere else to a degree, especially if it's not a team I'm cheering for.
That's fair.
I'm sorry.
So both cuts.
Yeah.
2 left.
Well, he has to cut them.
Yes. Jay has to cut everything here. Matt's got one more keep spot. Will he keep Tour de France?
Oh, cutting that.
Easy. Cut that.
You know, like
that'd be hard to watch.
I don't get. Yeah, that's the part. Like how much like you could like be there for like the end, and you just see them come in and they finish, and you're like, oh, awesome.
And
We're
you're
done.
halfway up some farmers
Yeah, but
field
this is
side
for-
path.
The only good part, I'm in France.
Logistically, it doesn't make sense.
Well, it's also like, oh, I got to do this event. Oh, there's cool. Done.
And I
Now
can
go
only
watch
eat
the
so
rest of
many
France.
baguettes.
Oh, I could eat so much baguette. So it's like Tour de. Now I'm very worried that I have this last one, and I should have just took the NBA playoff game 7. But But yeah, Tour de France, it doesn't have the appeal. Jason Strudwick would be all over that, but no, I'm cutting.
I don't need to say
you don't need to say anything. Okay. Final one. Matt has to keep this. The rock, paper, scissors championship.
Yeah, I saw this coming. What do they call you? The Rat King?
It's just, yeah. Where is it?
It was in Toronto. It was in...
great when you're like, well, wait, where is it?
Where is it?
I will find it.
I regret not taking that NBA. I should have took the first three. I should have went Masters, March Madness, NBA playoff.
You
didn't have anything NFL. Didn't have anything college football.
I like my list.
You didn't have a single soccer thing on there.
Nope.
You didn't have anything F1.
Yep.
You didn't have anything curling. Like there's so many other sports that you that not even on here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm stuck at the rock paper scissors.
You are stuck.
The rock paper scissors championship.
In between a rock and a hard place, literally.
If I'm there, I could probably compete.
You might as well. You got about as good a chance of anybody as at winning.
Well, what's more of a sport? Playing video games or rock, paper, scissors?
The true answer
It's not even a sport.
It is neither.
I searched up.
I want to know,
search it up.
Is rock,
I said the most
paper,
random
scissors
sports. Random sports.
A sport.
And that's where I found it.
Yeah,
Is sport just mainly an organized event where somebody participates in the same game?
Well, people get sport and competition confused. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Keep 3, cut 5. I've kept the Masters, Kentucky Derby, and March Madness. I like my list. I don't know, Maddie, if I was to do this. I'll say this right now. I wouldn't change a thing.
I would make just one change. I'm not sad about not having the gaming. I'm not sad about not having Kentucky Derby or Game 7 of Stanley Cup Final or Tour de France. NBA playoff, Game 7.
Bro, you have rock, paper, scissors on your list.
So
you're telling me you wouldn't want to compete against Jamie Landshark Landridge?
Well, yeah, you didn't say now I'm going to try to compete.
I mean...
If I'm there, I'm trying to compete.
Peter Lovering, back in 2002, had a historic run in rock, paper, scissors.
I thought you'd have something better than this list.
Rob Kruger?
Canada's won first?
Yeah,
in those 4 years?
4 years there, yeah. Then the UK, Bob the Rock Cooper came in and won in 06.
I should have took the first 3.
Jamie Landshark Langridge won in 07.
I should have took the first 3.
I like my list.
I love my 2/3 of my list. You didn't even tell me where the championships are.
Toronto.
Jeez, I don't even get to go to France.
Stuck in the big
Where's
smoke.
the next? Where's the rock paper? Is it always in
it
Toronto?
might be discontinued.
Oh, so if it's discontinued, this doesn't count.
I'm saying you go back.
Come up with a new one on the spot.
It's discontinued.
Okay.
This has to be a current sport.
No. Okay. How about
you can't just pick like that now.
Shin kicking.
No, you can't. This is rigged.
That's the sport here.
That's good.
Skipping stones.
That's
championship.
rich.
You want to go there?
No, you can't find these ones. I get to go back.
3-sided football, ones. Thumb wrestling. Oh, thumb wrestling would be good.
3-sided football.
Yeah, that's
picking a thing that's not even a championship.
3-sided football.
Gosh,
I found Matt. I had to search up some random sport to get you with. Wife carrying festival.
I've seen the videos of that. It's actually quite hilarious. What's that cheese? What's that cheese
roll?
thing?
I almost had that as my last one.
See, that would have been fun. I would love to go see that one actually.
Those look.
I hear there's like people that die during them.
People get hurt.
Yeah, but I'm not playing in it.
I know. I'm just. Are you willing to witness death?
But is that not one where Maddie? You might as well enter.
Why?
Can you imagine just seeing that fling head over heel down that hill? This was fun. Benny, thank you very much. This was an excellent list.
Damn it.
This has been the afternoon debate brought to you by the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Curling Club, Golf and Curling Club. Go to egmgolf.com for more details. Okay, we've got 2 segments left in the show before we get to the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with Benny. You'll be right back in the producer seat. Tommy and Joaquin Gage are live on location at the Canadian Ice House. But first, we must hear from the one and only Zachary Kubish.
A pair of games in the NHL tonight. Oilers looking to bounce back from a 7-2 loss in Dallas when they play the Blues out in St. Louis. Swing by the Canadian Ice House to join Tom Gazzola for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Ben Thompson along for the ride to preview that action. They hit the airwaves at 5 right here on EST. The Oilers making a minor league trade with the Canucks, swapping forward Jaden Grube to Abbotsford in exchange for Josh Bloom. The other game on tap in the NHL, LA faces Long Island out east. Puck drop at 5 o'clock. Kings 5 points back. The Oilers for third in the Pacific Division, having 2 games in hand. In other news, Radko Gudas, captain of the Ducks, will have a virtual meeting with the NHL following last night's knee-on-knee collision with Toronto captain Austin Matthews. Matthews set to undergo an MRI to confirm the severity of his injury. In Canada, Team USA matchup in the World Baseball Classic quarterfinals. First pitch just after 6, Korea and the Dominican Republic. First pitch momentarily for them. They're warming up to the hardwood. It's the Raptors and Suns in about an hour. 7 games around the NBA tonight. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. The Reid Wilkins Show resumes after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Bruce Boudreau joins us.
When you're a kid and your teacher gives you a project to do at school, and so you take your paper home to your mom and say you got 2 weeks, every day she's saying, come on, let's start this project. But in your head, you know exactly the last day you can start to get this thing done. The Oilers know this is when we've got to start playing, and I think that's what's happened in these last 2 games.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and guest co-host Matthew Iwanyk. If you are taking us in on YouTube, a reminder to hammer that thumbs up We like to try get to 100 every day. If you are listening on iHeartRadio, TuneIn app, or EdmontonSportsTalk.com, you can let your voice be heard at 780-218-9999. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino, who is proud to present Unified MMA U68 Friday, March 27th, 2026. Doors at 6, event at 7. Tickets available or at the River Cree Ticketmaster box office. Tickets starting at $89.25. Reserve seating plus service charge and GST. Tickets go on sale Tuesday, March 3rd. Well, they're already on sale, Maddie. How about that? All right, it is time to get to... Well, do you want to talk about the mystery athlete of the game? Because I think quickly, somebody got it.
Oilers placed on LTI or Colton Dock recalled from Bakersfield to Max Jones. That just happened from the Edmonton Oilers. So I tried beating chat. Like last time I did this, people were using ChatGPT and it annoyed me.
Yes.
I don't like this ChatGPT thing. So I tried beating it. I thought I had one. I didn't. I failed. No. It got caught. I thought if I got through 5, I'd be like, I've defeated it. Italy was the first clue. World Cup was second, captain third, Campbell River. That's where it was guessed. Sobi Kirk got it. Then Alicia, she came in afterwards. So congratulations to them. But Sobi Kirk is the winner of the GC. The mystery athlete for today is John Davison. He's a Canadian cricketer. So he is the current coach for the Italian national cricket team. He was the captain of the World Cup for Canada at the 2007 Cricket World Cup. So that's World Cup and captain. He's from Campbell River, BC.
Well done, Sobi Kirk.
A lot of people are going soccer. A lot of people are staying with the Italian soccer players. Shout out to Ole Gill, who did try early going a little different with Yannick Sinner, tennis player with Italy, going a little different. But it is a... And then, I'm seeing some Tyler Turners in there. I think that came up when I did my my ChatGPTing. So that's where I thought it was good. Because that's wrong.
I'm sorry. Sorry that happened to you, Matt.
As long as if anyone's are going to get it, like Sobi Kirk and Alicia, okay, I'm somewhat okay.
So you're good?
But I lost.
You all right?
I fell short.
That's all right.
I fell short of getting to 5 clues.
You know what? Like Shaq said, it could be worse. A reminder that the Reid Wilkins Show is coming to you live from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour, Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. Prices starting at $3.99. Come early, stay longer, save more. The Canadian Brewhouse, our house, is your house. Max Jones, what do you think? I mean, I think this is a player that Oilers faithful will be happy to see back in the lineup. And maybe some have suggested, why hasn't he been brought back up already? So it'll be interesting to see how this all unfolds.
Well, it's rough for the Edmonton Oilers from a different perspective, though, because part of what you do is you bring in Colton Dock and you don't even get him this season.
Yeah.
Like the LTIR, I guess that's 10 days. I think that's the length of it. You could get activated off LTIR. So that'd be about 10 days.
Rather Trent Frederic-esque. Last year, came to the Oilers, got injured. They didn't see him again until the playoffs. We need to get into buying or selling for Damon Bunting, who has been a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out on DamonBunting.com or the Instagram handle of Damon Bunting Real Estate.
Could you call Benny here quickly?
Benny, come here.
Is that Alex? Well, the Wolf? Yep. Yeah, you could grab a hat from my box and give it to him. Thank you.
Oh, the Wolf is here.
Sorry to interrupt there.
All right, Maddie, buying or selling? Well, I just want to discuss it. When does SGA take over the reins from Steve Nash as Canada's greatest basketball player? Or has he already done so?
That's a great question.
Or has he already done so? I'm not sure if you all heard, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander last night did something that is very rare.
Well, he set the record for most consecutive 20-point
games for 127 straight games.
Oh, that's a great question.
The odds of achieving that record are the same as finding one specific grain of sand on Earth. Or, numerically, it's 1 in 3.2 quintillion. Now, I looked at 1 in 3.2 quintillion, and I'm thinking probably the same thing you thought.
How do you
Coop.
come up with that's not a real thing.
How is this? But the thing I said is he just passed. Who did he pass in that?
Was it at Wilt?
Wilt Chamberlain, right?
Yeah.
How did he pass Wilt Chamberlain? If this is 1 in 3.2 quintillion, well, then it should never happen, essentially. Really. But you had a good way of looking at it.
Well, no, this is where I use ChatGPT. It kind of broke it down where it's, because it said, if you break it down and you have a heads or tails and you flip it to try to get heads 120 sometimes in a row, that's where the odds are. Like you have a 50-50 chance to get heads every time, that it adds up. And then eventually if you'll blow it, you got to start again and you got to keep doing it. So how long is that going to take? But they also then adjusted and said, but SGA is more 95% likely to get 20 points. So it's actually like if you're flipping a heads tail coin, but 95% of the time it's going to fall on heads, 5% of times it's going to fall on tails. It brings the number down
so you
to
say,
that number, which because it'd be much greater to get it like in a row, 120 some straight heads in a 50-50 chance. It would be a lot greater. This brings it down to the number that it is, and that this small number of quintillions or whatever.
Yeah, 1 in 3.2 quintillion.
The part of me that's still just and math, always loved math, but never deep into this level of math, where it's like, but it's now happened twice. Because for Wilt to get to that number initially would have to be a pretty big 1 in whatever, and then for SGA to pass that would have to be a 1 in whatever. So how did that happen twice in a span of like 150 years?
Yeah, the number makes it seem like, what happened here?
To your question initially.
Yes. Steve Nash
SGA. Was an elite player. Steve Nash won 2 NBA MVPs. Should have been 3, got screwed out of 3. Should have had a 3-peat. SGA's got an NBA title, which he led his team to. SGA's got an NBA final MVP. SGA's got an MVP. SGA's got this record. I feel like the only thing maybe left for him to do to make it official is maybe he's got to do this for a few more years, just for a longevity. Steve Nash had a long career.
Right. What if SGA goes and wins another championship? It's over.
If he gets another MVP, it's over. I think it's just now almost maybe longevity. What if SGA chose to like quit today? Would have he been, or
if SGA goes and gets an NBA championship and then retires?
No, before that. Or if he falls off a cliff talent-wise, was it long enough like how Steve Nash was great for so long? That's maybe the only thing that leads me to go, maybe he's not there yet.
Right.
But it's happening.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a question.
I think
that
it's
he'll be
there,
the best.
Maddie. Like, I think it's there.
I couldn't argue that. I couldn't sit here and be like, nah, but it's Steve Nash. Like, I couldn't. That's a solid question.
Have you seen the Steve Nash podcast that he's Mind
With
the Game?
LeBron James?
Mind the Game. It is fantastic.
There was a great question from Dustin a while ago. On
yes,
the pod.
yeah, right. How about that, eh? Dusty finally got to see his childhood hero. I'm happy for him.
Like Mexico, a couple more years of this, even if he doesn't win another championship, he'd be better than Steve Nash. If SGA, that's what, to me, it's not even another MVP. I agree. If he plays another 4 or 5 years at a top level, it's over.
At an elite level, like he is.
As a superstar level type, it's over. It's him.
Okay, as I alluded to earlier in the show, this is buying or selling for Damon Bunting Real Estate. The Oilers have one back-to-back remaining in the season.
Mm-hmm.
That is coming up April 7th and April 8th. They are at Utah, the Mammoth, and then the following night they're in San Jose. Buying or selling, Tristan Jarry plays in one of those games, but no other games in the regular season for the Edmonton Oilers.
Selling.
Okay.
I don't see Calvin Pickard coming up.
I'm not saying Calvin Pickard.
I know that. Let me finish.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't think you could have Calvin or Connor Ingram playing 14 of the 15 remaining games. I do think you need to get...
But he hasn't played that much hockey this year, Matt.
It doesn't matter. You want to still space out some of these games that he's going to be taking in. There's also a game on the 16th against the Vancouver Canucks. There's no reason to be playing Connor Ingram on the 16th against the Vancouver Canucks. Unless the Edmonton Oilers are desperately in need of 2 points to clinch their playoff spot, which they're not going to need. then you're going to have that game. You're going to go with Tristan Jarry. So you're going to get the back-to-back 7th, 8th. You're going to have the 16th. So there's 2. I think over the course of the next few weeks, you might try to find time to squeeze in one more time. Like next week, you've got 4 games at home. I think over that span, you could maybe give Connor Ingram, like if Connor Ingram goes tonight, Sunday, Tuesday, you might think about giving him the Thursday off against the Panthers to go against
Tampa Bay on Saturday.
Get Tampa, get him ready for Tampa, has 2 days off, could play 3 days, has 2 days off, plays 3, has 2 days off, plays, has like, there's actually a nice, or one of those games, you could break it up where then after that, he's got 2 days off included after that. I would say, if I had to guess, I would say 3 games.
I think that would be a lot. I think then that would be management inserting themselves. I think if it was up to
that's not management.
Chris Knobloch, he would ride Connor Ingram. No. Connor Ingram has not played that much hockey.
I will tell you what that coach, that's not what the coach is saying. Is
management was the reason that Tristan Jarry started when they came back from the Olympic break, and I don't think you can dispute that at this point.
Coaches, sometimes I don't care about this. They have to look at what's coming up in the playoffs, and they might be sitting there going, we need to make sure Connor Ingram's as fresh as we can for the playoffs. I don't think it's a management thing if Tristan Jarry is playing 3 the rest of the way.
Well, Connor Ingram up till now has played 19 games. Yeah. He's going to be fresh. A reminder, the St. Louis Blues are sitting 6th in the Central, 26-29, and 10, good for 62 points. The Oilers are 2nd in the Pacific, 32-26 and 8. St. Louis Blues have a 14-12-7 record at home. The Oilers are 16-15 and 4. And the last time these two teams met was January 18th, right here in Edmonton at Rogers Place, where the Oilers came out with a 5-0 victory. That was a 27-save shutout by Connor Ingram, and a big night from Zach Hyman, Vasily Podkolzin, Connor McDavid, and Matthias Ekholm. All time versus the St. Louis Blues, Connor Ingram is 5-2-0 with a .936 save percentage. All right, we have got to get out. We will be back. A reminder, this is a condensed show, so we are only with you for another 14 minutes, and then it's the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with Tom, Joaquin Gage, and Ben Thompson. We'll be back with words of the day, but first we must hear from the Cube.
Ahead of tonight's game against the Blues, the Oilers have placed Colton Dach on long-term injured reserve. He got banged up in Edmonton's win in Colorado earlier this week. They've also recalled Max Jones from the Condors. Puck drop goes at 6 o'clock tonight in St. Louis. Tom Gazzola live from the Canadian Ice House for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Ben Thompson along for the ride to preview the game. They hit the airwaves at 5 right here on EST. Staying with the Oilers, they made a move, minor league deal with Vancouver, swapping forward Jaden Grube to Abbotsford in exchange for Josh Bloom. In other news, Radko Gudas, Anaheim captain, will have a virtual hearing with the NHL following last night's knee-on-knee collision with Leafs captain Austin Matthews. Matthews set to undergo an MRI to confirm the severity of his injury. Elsewhere, Canada, Team USA matchup in the World Baseball Classic quarterfinal. First pitch just after 6 o'clock. And live now, Korea and the Dominican Republic are runless, bottom first inning. NBA action, Raptors meet the Suns 5:30 tip-off, having a total of 7 games around the NBA tonight. This sports update is brought to you by Say the Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at saythereidsportmed.ca to book an appointment today. The final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show comes up after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
The shout out to KP on the brick. Trev had a moment.
It was so cool. In my Instagram story, I was like, "What's up, Shaq? I'm Trev," and he was like, "What's up, big dog?" I was like, "That's the coolest thing ever." So that's why I was like, "Big dog, yeah, I'm a big dog, yeah, sure." Yeah.
You got some bite.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday morning Mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Spring. Ready to start your spring organizing? Create space in your garage, closets, and basement with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
The road to the FIFA World Cup runs through Edmonton. See Canada Soccer's men's national team before they take on the world this summer. Canada versus Uzbekistan. June 1st, 7 p.m., Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
All right, Oilers game night here on the Reid Wilkins Show as the Oilers are set to take on St. Louis at 6 o'clock at the Enterprise Center in St. Louis. Matt, some breaking news coming out from, I believe, Jack Michaels.
Yeah, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins will be out tonight. Max Jones will draw into the lineup. First game since December 31st, but we don't have any other details of why, but he's out.
Okay, so your top line winger out. Oh, you're getting pronunciation. I wonder, that's interesting. I didn't see anything from last game that would suggest that Nuge was nicked up.
It doesn't have to be nicked up. Earlier, last week or when, we almost had the game where Matthias Ekholm wasn't playing. Illness. So maybe an illness caught up with Nuge.
So who takes Nuge's spot, Matty?
Well, that's a great question. I haven't looked close enough for that.
Fun times. And you'll hear a lot more about that in the coming hour, as at 5 o'clock we will send you over. If you haven't yet, hammer the thumbs up on YouTube and click autoplay so that this show will end and it'll take you right to the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with Tom Gazzola, Joaquin Gage, and Benny Thompson. Tom and Joaquin will be live at the Canadian Ice House, where the Heavy Hockey Showdown is also having a fundraiser tonight. So if you want to go down and see a whole whack of people that are involved with EST, head on down to the Canadian Ice House downtown. But it is time for the word. We're going to do the word because we're running tight up against it here of the day for EPL, Edmonton's Public Library's Intellectual Freedom Campaign. EPL won't tell you what to read, just where to find it. Intellectual freedom is your right to read, watch, listen, and explore ideas without barriers. Learn more about how EPL protects your freedom to read at intellectualfreedom.ca.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it?
EPL's this week celebrating their 113th year.
Oops.
That was the one. Yeah. 113th year. Got the email from them. Great place. Idolin.
Who?
Idolin.
Well, idolin a lot of things, but what do you mean?
The word is idolin. It's a noun.
Idolin.
Are you doing definition?
Well,
you first spell it. That's how it goes.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if I was to spell it, idolin.
Idolin. Would you like to use in a... Oh, I guess that's for definition.
I would go IDOLIN.
IDOLIN.
Okay. Is there an A and a Y in this?
No.
Spell it.
EIDOLON. So there's a silent E at the beginning.
Eidolon.
And it's an O-N. Dolan. So
Eidolon.
Would you like to define it?
Oh, I would love to, but I can't. Give me it in a sentence.
The example of Eidolon in a sentence: an industrialist who remains an Eidolon of the visionary and ambitious self-made man. Would you like it in another sentence?
Well, is it like say that sentence again?
Okay. An industrialist who remains an Eidolon of the visionary and ambitious self-made man.
So this is somebody that stands for something, somebody that is a good role model for what their cause is. Eidolon.
Well, based on that sentence, I'm going to say it's the second definition, which is an idol.
An idol?
Yeah.
So...
No, ideal. It's ideal.
What?
Sorry, I read that wrong. Ideal. It's an unsubstantial image. That's the main definition.
An unsubstantial image?
Yeah.
How do you get that from that sentence?
I don't know.
Okay. 0 for 2, folks. Reid's away. The mice will play.
Let me double check another. Then here's, okay, I just Googled it here. Another one is an idealized person or thing. So, I don't know.
Sickler just texted me. He said this is ancient Greek. It's a spirit or a ghost.
That's a phantom, could be.
Ah.
At least he knew.
Well, he did know.
Because I don't even know.
Good for you, Josh. You got 1 out of 2. Thanks, brah.
Well, you didn't. You don't know if he could. He might have been able to spell it. You don't know that.
Hey, let me know. Beers are on you. This has been a great show. Thank you very much. Thank you, Matthew Iwanyk, for filling in for Reid Wilkins. Reid will be back on Monday, so we are going to round everything up from tonight, from Sunday night, from what's happening over the weekend. Go ahead.
Stoff says personal family matter.
Personal family members. No Nuge tonight, but you're going to hear a lot more about that with Tom Gazzola, Joaquin Gage, and Benny Thompson. On behalf of Zachary Kubish, Matthew Iwanyk, and myself, Jay Milne, thank you for listening to The Reid Wilkins Show. We will chat to you Monday.